Hello, my name is Bo Thomas, and in this video, I will describe to you the attributes of a good portable kicker ramp. The important points to keep in mind when I'm talking about this ramp is the length and height of the frame, the curve of the frame, and the difference between a kicker ramp and a landing ramp. Knowing these basic characteristics of a kicker ramp will help in your mountain biking and carpentry skills. When you're on the trail and you need to judge if a feature is okay and safe enough for you to ride, that's where this knowing how to build a kicker ramp will come in handy, because you'll know exactly what is safe and what isn't. And also carpentry skills. You'll learn when building a ramp like this, if you choose to, that you'll know how to use drill and saws and use just power tools in general. And I would know, because I have actually built the room that you see me standing in. I built it from the ground up, and I had to use all those sorts of tools, different drills and saws, and drilling in screws, hammering in nails, all of that. I had to do that to build this house. So that's why I'm qualified enough to tell you about how to build stuff. Now, height and length. Blake Simpson, in his video called How to Build a Mountain Bike Mini Kicker, I'll paraphrasing, he says that it should be about 40 inches by 18 inches, which leaves an 8-inch overhang. Now, in this diagram I have here, you can see clearly that 8-inch overhang. That's this whole length from here to here is 40 inches, and from here to here is 18 inches. That overhang there is for stability, because if you hit this with the right speed, it would knock the ramp forward, and you would go over your handlebars, and it would hurt. It would be pretty rough. So that's where that stability comes into, and that's also a safety feature, just to keep it still. I got this diagram from Peter Verdon Designs, and it's great. He has a lot of great ramp and different projects you can work on and designs for those. Next, we'll talk about the curve of the frame. I'll be using the same diagram here, and that's where this comes into play, this diagram, this curve. That curve is where we get the name kicker ramp, because it's almost like, whenever you're going off of it, it's more of a field than you can actually see, but it's almost like the ramp kicks your back end and will tip you forward. Now, if you were landing on flat ground, you would land nose first. Now, if you are experienced enough, you'll know how to get out of that and not land nose first. But I am not, and I land nose first just about every time. So, that's why it's good to have a landing ramp. And now we need to talk about the difference between a landing ramp and a kicker ramp. A landing ramp is this ramp right here, what this looks like. That is a good size, pretty big landing ramp. Now, this diagram I got from myoutdoorplans.com. So, this ramp is for landing only. It's called a landing ramp. That's why. Because if you were to take off of it, you would case pretty bad, which is opposite of what you would do with the kicker ramp. You would hit your back end first, your back tire. That tire does not need to be the one that's hitting first, because if you had multiple ramps lined up, you would hit bottom, back tire first, and it could cause a lot of damage to yourself or other people around you if you were to go in chain. So that's dangerous. Do not launch off of a straight ramp like this, a landing ramp. You would want a landing ramp fairly long, like 6-7 feet long. That's a pretty mellow one. And also same height or higher than the kicker ramp, because that's how you maintain your speed through like a flow trail or a downhill course. Anyway, so all in all, knowing these characteristics of a kicker ramp can get you into some trouble. But it could be a lot of fun too. The height and length of the frame, the curvature of the frame, and the knowledge between a kicker ramp and a landing ramp is going to help you so much when mountain biking or carpentry skills. Again, I've built this place from the ground up. I know the ins and outs of tools and how to use them. I also know mountain biking. I go just about every weekend, just about every day actually, to all sorts of different parks and stuff around the area, and it is just a lot of fun, in my opinion. Knowing these will help you judge whether a feature, a ramp, is safe for you to jump on. You make sure that it's got to have that firm backing or that overhang for the ramp. Otherwise, you could cause some damage to you and other people around you. So, just knowing the ramp functions and the carpentry, all of it, will help you so much in the future. Even if you don't end up building one, you'll have such a better time. Thank you for watching.